Good evening, Bande Matram. Welcome all of you. So here we are having a nice discussion, nice topic for discussion. The Lord's Yoga and Politics. We will have a short discussion, a brief discussion on this topic. The Lord's Yoga and the Politics. Both are how they are interrelated. Because when we analyze Sri Aurobindo's achievements, of course we can't, because we are mind and he is above mind, he is belonging to the supermind and above. With this small corporeal mind, surface mind, it will be very difficult to us to judge and comment upon the Lord, who is beyond all consciousness and all mental engagement. So here we are going to have a discussion how this yoga and the politics is going very correlated way, interrelated way. That's what we want to have a brief discussion on this. We have seen Sri Aurobindo in different ways. Initially we have seen the struggle, his exile period, his boyhood period in London, Cambridge and Manchester. Later we have seen his Baroda life. Third, his national movement period. Finally this jail period. And later we have gone to Pondicherry life, this sadhana life. So there it almost, not almost every way, we can analyze, we can explain, and we can come to conclusion this is a spiritual journey. Whole the way this is a spiritual journey, undoubtedly. Nobody can doubt about it. There is absolutely the integral truth behind this yoga we have seen. I can remember one beautiful comment, calculation, conclusion on Sri Aurobindo. I think it will be very appreciable, very touching combination and coordination of this Sri Aurobindo's achievements in a single sentence. What is that? This, yogic Sri Aurobindo, yogi Sri Aurobindo, and a revolutionary Sri Aurobindo, all these two coexist in his supramental personality. Very interesting observation. You can see. I will try to quote it again. Sri Aurobindo's yogic personality and his revolutionary personality coexist in his supramental personality. Very interesting observation, you can know. Here we are going for that comment, his yoga and politics. And it has been claimed and reclaimed. What is that? For a time, he did not want to practice yoga. Already we know Sri Aurobindo has quoted, mind was the side door entry into the spiritual life. Mind was the side door entry into the spiritual life. Because this main day, I have not come to see, for entry actually two doors are there, from front door and one from side door. Usually people come through the main door. The entry is main door entry. But Sri Aurobindo, he quotes, mine is the side door entry into spiritual life. And this Pondicherry, he comments, this is the cave of tapasya, my cave of tapasya. So here we are going to have, it will be better to, if we concentrate on, if I remind you one line from the Gaikwad of Baroda. That is a very nice observation. Very typical comment, very much interesting, to the point comment I have remembered, I have ever seen. Because Sri Aurobindo, naturally, whatever topics will come, whatever comments will be there, and whatever, any observation will be there, that will be naturally spiritual. And this Gaikwad expresses, when some question will be put before Sri Aurobindo, also somebody will ask any question, then naturally you can ask her, if there is a question and there will be answer. But Sri Aurobindo is something different. Very typical in his observation. Very silent, very shy. This is our Lord. This is our Lord. What happens there? Yes or no, or he will stop. This is what perfectly what you know, speech control. Speech control. Yes or no or stop. After concluding this one, after listening, Gaikwad of Baroda, he will be commenting something yogic in it. Definitely something yogic in it. And by then, outwardly, superficially, externally, apparently, you have seen Sri Aurobindo was not in the yogic persuasion. He came from study from London. He was also left his ICS and doing the job under the Gaikwad of Baroda. That was what we have seen. But at that time, minutely, Gaikwad of Baroda observed this is something yogic in it. And here also the same thing we can continue. Did not want to practice yoga at that time. The time when I am, the period where I am concentrating on this discussion, from where really I start. That time he did not start his practice his yoga. When a friend seeing his natural bent, he asked him to do so. Natural, you see, you have got so many personalities will be there, but minutely observing, somebody will know that the line you are sticking to, the way you are treading, the path you are treading, the way you are sticking to, it is none of your business. It is none of your. It is not meant for you. You have been pulled up from your original direction or destination to another track. Really, this track where you are treading, this is not your track. That's what some friend or some relative told him. And you are not you don't belong to this path. Your path is something different. And that time Sri Aurobindo explains, a yoga which requires me to give up the world and not for me. A yoga, Sri Aurobindo quotes, because that time actually he did not use that term integral yoga. Because he was aware of this yoga, so many varieties of yoga and all he knew. He kept reading, he kept commenting, he kept analyzing. No, but the thing was, he told, ye yoga, not actually he has not put any stress upon particular yoga, which may be karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, hatha yoga, or something XYZ. But here in the course, yoga which requires me to give up the world is not for me. I don't want to go to that yoga. This yoga, that yoga which is trying to pull me out of this worldly existence. Give up the world. That is not my yoga. I have to liberate my country. It is my plain idea, and I want to stick to it. I want to liberate my country. I want to see the freedom that you have known. Three madness you have analyzed. There itself you have seen. For others, actually, this is a country of rivers, mountains, and dash. But for me, it is my mother. It is my mother, and my duty is to liberate. When mother is in trouble, when the asura is actually sitting on the mother's chest and taking the blood, sucking the blood, what is the duty of this son, beloved son? That actually he has to do something. He has to come to rescue his mother. Not that leaving all these things he will be busy in simply taking the delicious foods. So here also it tell a yoga which requires me to give up the world is not my yoga. What is my ambition? What is my expectation? What is my goal? What I am here for? I want to liberate my country. Then he felt a solitary salvation, leaving the world to its fate, was not the right thing for him. A solitary salvation. That's what normally ascetic people do in the sadhana, so far there as sadhana is concerned. A solitary salvation, leaving the world to its fate, is not the right thing for me. Right nothing, because I belong to something else. My vision is something else. My mission is something else. Because that time he was destined to do so, to come into the yoga and yogic process, to tread the untrodden path. Still then, he is that much adamant. I don't want to be escapist. Escape brings not the victory and the crown. Escape is that is the goal of your work. Escape, however high, redeems not life. Life has to be redeemed. You have to fight and refight the battle. You have to come to the victorious point. Then only you can achieve the victory. What is the point in escaping simply? Don't be an escapist. So, it was the time of the country first. Now itself we are using the proverb, neighbors first, country first. That's what Sri Aurobindo used at that time. It was the time of my country first. Now it's a never first policy. But for that, actually, in the southeastern region, India is taking proper care of its neighbors. Of course, some up and down are there, you can find, but never first is there. And now itself, instead of including this never first, we are putting another term, that is actually our country first. Sri Aurobindo at that time, just imagine, that time used the phrase, my country first. But then something happened which showed them that yoga gives power. He wanted the power to liberate India. How can I get the liberation? I need power, but not ordinary power. Power is of this nation. The race, entire race. We do actually. They are actually, born blind, no other light. They don't know. They are ignorant. They are too, timid. They can't help you. So for that, actually, a greater power from outside is required. That actually Sri Aurobindo could be able to get the glimpse that some power is there. I need it. I need the power for the liberation of my country. Then what happens? A strange story comes, not unusual in India. It is normally happens because some tantrics will be there, some yogis will be there. They will be doing some miracles, and they will be curing people uncurable disease. They will be curing. That these are not unusual in India, but something happened to Sri Aurobindo on the brother Barin. He caught a violent and challenging hill fever. Caught up a violent and clinging hill fever. He was being treated. But no tangible result was seen. But fever would not go. Then what happened? That time actually nearby somewhere, a Naga sannyasi happened to come wandering by simultaneously. This is just simultaneously. One Naga sannyasi, he was actually was passing by, wandering by. He took a glass full of water. He came to the cure Barin, means our Lord's younger brother. He came to rescue him. Actually, what was the process? Took a glass full of water, caught it crosswise in a knife. Water, it is being caught by the Naga sannyasi with a knife crosswise, while chanting the mantra. See, first thing, he was wandering by, took a glassful of water, took the knife, caught it crosswise, and chanting a mantra. Then, after completing all these formalities, this Naga sannyasi gave this water to Barin to drink it. And almost in a moment the fever left him, because since long maybe it was being treated but no fruitful result was there. But as soon as within a few seconds, very little time, in a moment fever left him. Then Sri Aurobindo had a direct proof of this power of yoga. That time actually Sri Aurobindo came to know that there is a tremendous power in this yoga. That's what old Indian monks, sannyasis, they are practicing. And not it is of a joke or it is a time-made thing. It has been in practice. So this yogic power, if I can be able to achieve, you can able to hold of it, then naturally it will be a great helping power to liberate the country. That's what is for the time being, this is my sole dream. So when I turned to yoga, during the course, so when I turned to yoga both laughter during the course, and resolved to practice it. This yogic practice, this yogic energy is absolutely necessary, so that my ambition will be fulfilled, my dream will be fulfilled, I can be able to liberate the country. That power, that is the yogic power. Let us during the resolve to get it. I did it in this spirit and with the prayer. I see on the course what is that prayer. If thou art, then thou knowest my heart. Just imagine how Sri Aurobindo, this prayer, very touching prayer really. If thou art, then thou knowest my heart. Thou knowest that I don't ask for mukti. I don't ask for anything which others ask for. I ask only for the strength to uplift the nation. Nothing relates to me. Nothing for my own use or my relatives' use. But neither moksha I want, what I want, you know. This is to ask, I ask anything what really, I don't want to ask anything what really others ask for. What I read, only strength to uplift the most nation. I ask only to be allowed to work for the people whom I love, whom I know. For them actually I know, I ask, not for my liberation, my salvation, or for my upliftment. I am asking everything to uplift my nation, simultaneously to uplift for the well-being of my countrymen whom I love. Therefore, he had to start yoga. No conflict or wavering between yoga and politics simultaneously goes together. Already I have told initially that phrase I have used. His yogic personality, yogic Sri Aurobindo, and his the revolutionary Sri Aurobindo exist, coincide in his supramental personalities, in supramental Sri Aurobindo. Very nice observation it was. Like this he told. So there is absolutely no conflict of interest or conflict between yoga and politics, and he carried the both without any opposition between them. Means in one side yoga and second on another side it is politics. He started, everything went smooth. Absolutely there was no confusion, no contradiction, and no opposition between them. Simultaneously both the things. In one part there was yoga, and second thing on this side it was politics. Simultaneously they proceeded, they went without any hesitation, without any opposition, without any confrontation, without any contradiction. Simultaneously you went, and Sri Aurobindo felt this is the yogic power that can help me to liberate the country, to rescue the countrymen, and to uplift the nation, to uplift the entire world at large. And Sri Aurobindo quotes, Sanatana Dharma, that is nationalism. There should not be any ambiguity about it. Sanatana Dharma, Sri Aurobindo quotes, that is nationalism. So with this, we want to stop here. The next phase of discussion we will take in the next class. Thank you. Vande Mataram.